Okay, I'm just trying to make sure. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to make sure I have the best angle here, so I'm going to be moving the camera up for a second just to make sure you guys can see everything well. I did announce this on Instagram, but I'm really not sure how many people are going to come over. Okay, I think that's the best I'm going to do, and I don't think that I did very different than it was when I first started, but that's okay. I'm just going to refresh on my computer. Hi, Antonio. How are you? Oh, there are people coming by. People are interested in this. This is so weird for me. Okay, hi. How are you guys? Let me pull this up on my computer because... Hi, Brianna. Hi, Creative Coffee. How are you? Hey, girl. I'm just pulling this up on my computer because I want to be able to look at the comments in front of me and not have to look. I have this set up really weird, you guys. And I'm not even sure if you can see this right now because the sketching is super. Hi from Sweden. Hi, Fanny. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy that the timing. What time is it there? Stacy. Hi, Samantha. It's 11:30 here in the UK. 11:30. It's 6:30 p.m. where I am at in the States. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hello. Oh my gosh, there's 11 people that are interested in watching me paint. This is so weird. So I'm actually a little bit nervous to do this, just because I want to make sure that like I'm doing this for myself and I'm doing the prompts and I'm answering you guys and that you can see me. This is what I've sketched out so far. It's just a little rough sketch of the Temperance card. Now, I started sketching this at work. Don't be nervous, go with the flow. Yeah, this is going to be real laid back, real casual. You guys were just going to be hanging out. Skylar, stop. Just queen of sketching. And of course, Phoebe, do you have to eat right now? Oh well, it's fine. Like I said, it's going to be real casual. I'm not feeling the greatest. I did make myself a cup of coffee, which is really crazy. Because it's 6:30 p.m. and I'm going to have to go to bed eventually. But I felt like I just needed a little pick-me-up, you guys. So, this is so crazy. There's 14. Hi from Georgia. Hi, Laura. How are you? Hi, Sam. How you doing? And so, anyways, I did go to school for art. I went to school for painting. My prime medium was... Hi, Karina, how are you? I'm so glad that you got your stuff, got your picture today. I did go to school for art. I went to school for painting, but my main medium was oil painting. Hi, Sammy, I'm good. Saw your sketch on your story. So excited to see you paint. Yeah, so, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard for me to be, like... painting and answering questions and be talking about the Temperance card. So I don't know. You made one of my live streams. Yay. How are you? So it's going to be a little hard. I'm going to do the best I can and we will see how this turns out. And I'm not too sure how much I'm going to talk about the Temperance card because I know that's the prompt for today. It might just be easier for me to see what I can do. And, I did have the books here. I'm great, thank you. The items were awesome. So glad they arrived safely. Me too. I was so happy to hear that. And just a Phoebe is literally digging in her bowl so bad. So if you guys hear my dog eating, I am so sorry. Jessica, hi everyone, just saw this pop up. Hi Jessica, I'm just starting now. I did sketch out. The card I'm working with is the Temperance card. Now for this prompt, we were supposed to be picking our favorite tarot card, and I don't know why. Oh my god, talking while drawing. Painting is so hard. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how this is going to go, if I'm really going to be able to look at all of the questions. Forget about us, just chatter yourself and enjoy painting. Awesome. Yeah, I might look up eventually, and you guys maybe have a conversation in the chat, and we'll see how this goes. But I wanted to preface that I sketched this out at work, and I sketched it in graphite, which I don't normally do for watercolor because the graphite will blend with the watercolor depending on how much water I put down, so I'm a little leery about it. Typically, I like to sketch with like a colored pencil because it adds another layer to it. I know you guys don't care, but like I said, this is like, I don't know, I take this a little bit more seriously than I don't know. So just know that I'm having fun. I haven't gotten to paint in like months, I feel like, because we were moving and because of just the holidays and everything else going around. So I'm just really, really, really excited. I do need more water down. I'm gonna put some of this bad boy in here. So if you guys want to just kind of help me out and do what you can in the comments. I'm trying to learn watercolor. I'm so totally interested in hearing about your techniques. Okay, good. Yeah, because I don't know how much we will be able to actually talk about the Temperance card. And I know that that is a lot of what this was about is, can you guys even see that? It'll get darker, so I apologize if you can barely see that, but I'm starting really light. But it's just going to be difficult to paint and talk, and obviously this isn't going to be like award-winning, so it doesn't really matter if it's perfect, but I do take things pretty serious when I'm painting. So anyways, the reason why I picked the Temperance card was for a few reasons. The first being, in the first day of this tag, we did a reading for ourselves, and I did a 4-card spread. If you missed it, it's up on my channel. You can go and watch it. I came up with like a little spread for myself, and I drew cards from the Fountain Tarot. And the card that I got for my overall energy card was the Temperance. And it's pretty interesting because I do like the Temperance card quite a bit, but it's one of those cards that I don't have a real deep connection with. So sometimes when it comes up in readings, I'm either hitting the nail on the head, if that makes sense, or I kind of dance around it, and I feel like my clients kind of help me get there a little bit more than some of the other cards. And I haven't really been able to pinpoint quite what it is, and I feel like mostly it's because I don't really have too many instances where I feel deeply connected within myself and in my life with this card. So when I saw this come up in my overall, I was really excited because it's one of the cards that I wasn't like, oh man, like, but at the same time, I was even more excited because I felt like this was going to give me a really great added layer to dive in deeper with this card. And so I'm just really all about Temperance right now and trying to see all of its layers. So I thought I wouldn't consider it my favorite card, but at the same time, I thought it would be really nice to look at all of the detail and get in there real intensely, and even all the fine little lines when I was sketching this out. I know it's really difficult to see right now, and I'm sorry, but all of these little lines on the robes or in the wings. I didn't sketch in the wings because I'm going to play around with the watercolor in that. I'm sorry your internet's glitching, Jessica. I absolutely love watercolors other than Copics. It's the only medium I use. Oh yeah, that's right. You're an artist. Yeah, your channel is really fun. I like it a lot. So I'm starting really light. If you guys are interested in more of the artistic side of this, watercolor is kind of an unforgiving medium, and once you go dark, you can't lighten it up. So it's always good to layer. I tend to use less water. There's a lot of different techniques for watercolor that you can use. There's like wet on wet, which is basically like you wet your whole surface down first, and then you like drop the paint into it and let it naturally kind of go to where it's pooling up, or you can kind of manipulate it with the brush. Or you can do like what I'm doing, where I've wet my paint in the palette and I'm kind of pulling in the color as I see fit. I do have this really loud, obnoxious dryer too. If I need to use it, I will, and you guys will see it. If I have to use it, it'll be super loud, but it dries it really quickly, so it's okay. So I'm really excited to just take a second, even though I'm talking and I'm live right now, to kind of relax, because there's been so much going on, and I am feeling really connected already with this Temperance card, with all of the changes, and I left a lot of myself in 2017, and that seems like super uber dramatic and like extra to word it that way. But it was a lot. There was a lot of big monumental things that happened. The biggest in my mind, the two biggest in my mind is our move, and Anthony, hi, how are you? I'm taking an art foundation class, and we have a project where doing like a life-size poster, and we are using watercolor, and I'm asking, what do you think I should draw, then paint? I think it's important to draw and paint something that excites you and that is going to be at the skill level that you feel comfortable at, because if you're trying to go too hard or too complicated at first, you're just going to get really frustrated and want to give up. And watercolor is a really beautiful fluid medium to just play around with and kind of let things happen naturally. So I would suggest painting something that is a little bit more free and open as far as the color and the detail goes. Antonio, this is from the Rider-Waite-Smith Centennial deck. So we moved, we're in this house, and I finally feel like I have some space of my own. And I had a lot of transitioning with my diet, which seems like that wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it really was. It was super, super life-changing for me because I have been struggling with migraines my entire life, and I never knew what it was from. And so somebody suggested me to go on Whole30. A lot of you already know what I'm talking about, and I've made videos on my channel and stuff about this, but I feel like it was really important for me to go on this journey last year and transform myself and figure out what exactly I wanted. So I was introduced to the Whole30, and it's a diet where you do it for 30 days. I ended up doing it for 90 days. And you eat lean meats, fruits, veggies, nuts. You don't have legumes, grain, dairy, sugar, alcohol, anything like that. And it was actually pretty easy for me to do because my motivation behind it was to figure out why I was getting migraines. Everybody talking about their art technique while mine is in a 3-pack crayon and kids menu at Chili's. You're funny, Skylar. I really wish I could set this up so you guys could get closer and see exactly what I'm doing. I might try and adjust this, and it might be super loud, so bear with me for a second, guys, okay? Let me see if I can get in here so you can see this a little bit better. Is that better or worse? I feel like that might be worse. Skylar, nice. Is that worse or better? I feel like I'm an eye doctor. 1 or 2? 1 or 2? And you're like, it's the same. Anyways, so this health journey helped me lose 40 pounds. And in doing this, it forced me to take a look at all of the other things in my life and all the choices I was making and the food I was putting in my body and how it was affecting me. I haven't had a headache since, like a real migraine. I've had a little bit of headaches just because maybe I didn't eat properly or I didn't eat at all and I waited too long, and I could tell exactly why I had the headache, whereas before I would have these migraines that would just cripple me and send me to the bedroom and to sleep for days, and I wouldn't be able to work. And this has been happening my whole life. So this was a really big change for me with this diet and this lifestyle, enhancement, I guess. And in doing so, I was really forced to look at everything I was putting in my body and why I was putting it in my body and how it was fueling me and the kind of crap that they put in our food. And in return, I was looking at what foods give me certain nutrients, and I really went through this huge transformation, this huge death transformation in who I was and how I identified myself and how I identified food, and going out and not being able to drink for 3 months, or not being able to order food like everybody else, and how my friends and family reacted to it. And it was a big deal. It was a huge change. It was a huge shift. I envy you with the migraines, even though I have been a vegan for 5 years and my migraines are still horrible, but my migraines are from my anxiety. So as long as I keep that under control, then my migraines stay at bay. I feel you on that. And it could have been my migraines due to anxiety, and maybe my diet lessened my anxiety, but yeah, it really has helped me a lot. With doing the Whole30 and looking into what foods are, fueling me in certain ways, it's really allowed me to take a look at the food, and in return, it's made me want to go vegan. I've been vegan for 3 months now. It's been the best decision I've ever made. I've still kept the weight that I've lost off, if not a little bit more, and I feel stronger. And again, my goal wasn't to lose weight, so this was all just like a plus. My whole point of telling this story about this is because the Temperance card comes after the Death card. To me, the Temperance card is this breath after the Death card, that like in between space when you're breathing in and you're breathing out, like middle ground, figuring out what to do after completely transforming. And when I pulled this, that was the first thing I thought of, was this journey that I've taken with completely transforming myself and my identity with food. And when you do something like that, it really transforms you in so many other different ways. And so I was really excited for this. This is why. How do you like your big palette? I just ordered one, but I haven't used it. I actually really like it. I'm pretty sloppy with the colors. I don't know if you can tell, but like there's these like little ridges around the outside, and they're supposed to like keep the individual colors separate, and then you drag them in the middle. But I just kind of end up like making everything really sloppy, and I just use what feels good. And I don't really clean my palette. I'm kind of a messy watercolorist, I guess. I kind of like when they naturally pool in together. I don't know, it just seems like it comes out a little bit more, I don't know, pretty, instead of so vibrant like these yellows are. But I'm trying to make the yellows really vibrant on purpose so that they stand out when I do all the other colors. Anyways, I feel like this year is going to be a lot about just sticking with these transformations from last year and trying to find this middle ground and playing around with these completely opposite views and lifestyles that I have now, and how I've shed this other person, and trying to find how to move forward and playing around with that, because the Temperance card is also the Alchemist. The way that these cups are being poured back and forth here, you can see like it's being manipulated in almost like a sci-fi way. Like this water would not pour this way naturally. Again, I don't know if you can see it from this because it's just like bright yellow right now. But the way that the water's pouring, it's a little peculiar. And it's about opposing forces coming together in a balanced way. And an interesting topic, too, to talk about with the whole vegan thing is that I'm in a household with everybody who is not vegan. So having to find how we can still reside as a family and have everything work well together, and I'm not going to force anybody to do something that they don't want to do, but they all support me, and it's about finding that balance and how to work and to move through it. Two very opposing things. I'm just really excited to see what other ways this Temperance card comes up for me. Okay, I'm trying to check in with these. Do you think it's hard to eat other food than your family? I'm trying to eat more veggies and less meat, etc. But my fiance doesn't do that, and I hate doing 2 dishes every day. Sorry for my spelling, not good in English. You are perfectly fine. I got what you're saying. I feel like it was really hard in the beginning. Especially because my boyfriend's kids are with us half of the time, and it was so much easier for us to kind of prepare meals like together or as one kind of thing. Ooh, got some color on here randomly. But they were so supportive of me when I was doing Whole30, and they just knew that like I was gonna do my thing and they did their thing. And if I could prepare a meal that was for all of us, great. If I couldn't, then, you know, my boyfriend would figure it out or whatever. Now, since becoming vegan, I have helped out much less with preparing their meals, just because before when I was on Whole30, we could do like chicken and veggies and everybody would eat it, whereas like no one wants to eat my stuff now. I know that it seems like kind of rude to just be like, figure it out yourself, but I just got to a point where like I have to make my life work for me, and if I prepare something that they all want to eat, then great. If they don't, then I'm trying to take care of myself, and the best way that I know how is to just take care of myself, and others will follow. I can tell you that my boyfriend's daughter is already interested in kind of taking a look more at what she eats, whether or not she goes vegan or not. She's expressed, you know, that has an interest in just, you know, learning how her body is affected by foods, and making some sort of changes as far as being aware of things. And I really believe that that's from her seeing me do me, and also her mother's on a low-cal diet right now. So I feel like just doing me, I'll inspire others along the way, and hopefully someday there'll be some sort of meals that I could prepare where I know that they will eat. But right now I'm still kind of learning myself, and they do their dishes and I do mine kind of thing. My boyfriend was an omni since I met him, and I was already vegan. He was so supportive, and in the end he wanted to eat something I wouldn't eat, so he would be in charge of cooking his own meal. In the end he went vegetarian at home, but actually mostly vegan because he loves what I cook. Yeah, and I think that's another thing to it, is that I've been vegan for only 3 months, so I'm still learning a lot of these recipes, and you know, I'm still trying to perfect and do all of these things, and not all of them come out so great. But if I do find one that's great that everybody loves, I feel like, yeah, they would be on board with eating it. But I think right now they're looking at me going, what the heck? You know, you don't even really want to eat that because it didn't turn out so great. So I'm kind of just on this, I'm going to take care of me attitude. And I know that that's not for everybody when you have a family. But I think my boyfriend's on the same page as far as like, it's difficult, it makes things harder, but ultimately he just wants me to be happy and healthy, and he's gonna do what he needs to do, you know, to make it work. So I still feel like you guys can't really see what I'm doing, and I'm sorry. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is that once the watercolor's kind of more pulled in, I will hold the camera when we go back with the pen, and you guys can see all the little details, and I'll get really close. So just bear with me. I don't know if this is, you know, we got about a handful of you in here. So if you guys got questions, I am trying to look up as much as I can. It gets easier with time, promise. Yeah, and I am definitely feeling that as I go, that it does get easier. The more you learn, the more you know, the more experiences you have, it just all seems to get easier. Yeah. There's so many ways that I'm interested to see how this temperance card plays out in the next year for me, not just with the vegan thing, but that was the first thing that came to my mind when I did flip this card initially. You don't feel bad that you're writing so much. I love that you're here hanging out. I love that. My mom did that a lot, and I'm thankful for her attitude towards self-care, as she taught me the importance of taking care of me so I can take care of others. Yeah, I know. And I feel like there's this like stigma around being a parent or being a parental figure that like you have to die for your family and do everything for them. And I do feel like that is true in some cases, but there's this fine line that like I am teaching them that it's important to take care of yourself. How are you going to give to others if you don't give to yourself as well? And I feel like as much as people might think it's selfish for me to just make my own meals or do my own thing and not really care, it's not that I don't care, it's that I care so much that I want to learn and teach myself before I go and, you know, take care of others. And that's, I think, a big reason why I was getting sick and then I was getting migraines and, you know, I wasn't putting myself and my health first. And it'll get easy to the point where one day I'll just be able to do both. Right now, I'm just kind of learning and growing. I know that I feel like this might be super boring for some of you, but this is really therapeutic for me. I feel like I'm like talking to a therapist and like getting to do one of my favorite things, which is art. So, maybe I need to let him cook his own meals more often. He works more than full time and I'm home because of chronic pain. So the food is like my job. Oh, I definitely get that. I understand that. And I know that when I say this, you're gonna be like, oh, no. I mean, you could totally meal prep. That is one of the things that is the easiest. And if you don't want to meal prep for him and give him the same meal every single day, then meal prep for yourself so that you're really only making one meal a day. Your meal's already taken care of and you're just having to make his meal, if that makes sense. And nobody likes to freaking meal prep. Who likes to do that? I hate it so much. But that could be a suggestion to trying to make both of it work if, you know, you feel like that's your job, which I understand. You want to help out, and that's a way that you can help out while being at home and stuff. And I'm so sorry that you have chronic pain. That's awful. So I did pull books out just in case we wanted to read a little bit, but I don't really feel like doing that, you guys. Maybe I'll finish up and do some like extra stuff on Instagram afterwards. But I pulled out, what did I pull out? I pulled out the guidebook for Shadowscapes. I brought out my favorite kitchen table tarot and tarot and astrology because I really wanted to get deeper into the card, but right now it's just a little difficult. I'm doing what I can here. I work from home too, Fanny, so I get those feelings all the time, which is why I am so thankful my boyfriend was so open to eating my food, and keeping house is a job, Fanny. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, you got the Shadowscapes for Christmas? Yeah, I really, really love Shadowscapes. I love the guidebook. It's very dreamy, very dreamlike. But I don't use the cards for bigger spreads. I've mentioned that a lot in my recent videos just because I get a little overwhelmed intuitively in bigger spreads. So I tend to try to use it for a little bit of smaller type readings, like maybe 1 to 3 cards. If I'm pulling 5 cards out of the Shadowscapes, yeah, I find it hard to read though. Beautiful art, but it's a lot. Yep, so you understand. You understand for sure. When I unboxed it and I did my walkthrough first impressions on my channel, I was like so in love. I was like, this is my new deck. This is my new favorite. Like, this is going to be it. And although I love it and I don't think that I want to like trade it or give it up because I still do use it and I resonate with it like a ton, it's just really overwhelming for me. And I'm hearing from a lot of people that it's similar for them. So I think I'm going to keep this pretty simple. And you guys, when you see it close up, you're going to be like, that's not simple. But like, I normally would like to go in with multiple layers of colors and all this stuff. But I think I'm just going to get a solid base of color down for the most part and go in a little bit deeper into the wings and stuff and then put in the line work and call it a day because, you know, this is a live stream that you guys are watching. I don't want it to be a billion years long. It's only a half hour now, which normally my live streams go for about an hour. But I was actually really happy that you guys wanted to do this. There was a couple people who wanted a regular video. I did this poll on Instagram to see what you guys were into, because I did just do the live stream of the Witch's Moon unboxing 2 days ago. But I just did not feel like filming this like properly and then editing it, and I'm not feeling, like I said, all the greatest. George thinks he's getting sick, and I'm just feeling crampy and all that. So I was like, this is a lot easier because then I don't have to edit it afterwards. I can just leave it be, and if someone wants to watch the long ass playback, they can. And if not, then that's cool too. So I'm sorry, I was being a little selfish about it, but you know, it's fine. It is what it is. Thanks for your tips, girls. Need to put my heart in my food to see if the pain can ease a little. I feel much better without gluten, pork, and sugar. Your channel gives me inspiration to try. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad that, you know, you're getting something out of it. I want to do a proper announcement, but I guess I'll just talk about it here since we did bring this up and you guys seem to have interest in it. It's not just me talking about vegan stuff and you guys like going, oh. There is a channel, MsTracyTwo. If you guys don't know her, you should definitely be following her on Instagram. She has a wonderful Instagram. She's always updating her story like a ton, and I love it. She's one of my dear friends, and she's also vegan, and you can go follow her YouTube channel. She just started posting videos for this tag actually too. And we are going to be doing a live stream vegan series. So the first one is going to be, oh geez, I don't know. I think it's going to be next Friday. We're going to be doing an announcement and letting you guys know probably on Instagram and on YouTube when it's going to be. It's going to be, right now we're talking about a 5-part series. So 5 different live streams, and we'll be covering different topics. So if you're interested, you can keep a lookout for it. And we're just going to be real nice and talk. We want all positive, you know, vibes around this. We're not going to be trying to convert anybody or nothing like that. We're just really passionate about it, and I feel like there's a lot to be incorporated in tarot and spirituality and kind of connecting with, you know, yourself through your choices of what you choose to eat. And so I do think that it could link a lot with spirituality and tarot, which is why I'm going to be doing it on my channel. So if you guys are interested in that, hi, so cool. I think it's a great idea to paint live. Thanks. I know it's a little difficult to see right now. I'm going to be changing the view in a bit when I dry it and I go back with the line work. So bear with me. This is the best camera work that I could get, the best angle for this that I could get with this tripod and my phone. So I'm doing the best I can. I can tell from the phone that it looks like washed out to where you can't even really see what I'm painting, but maybe I'll be able to figure this out and do it again and get it a little bit more in detail here. But I'm having a ton of fun doing this. I don't know if this is so boring for you guys or what, but I am having a ball. That's for sure. So if you guys are interested in doing that, keep an eye out for it because we are going to be doing that series and I'm very excited. I love Tracy too. Her painting video was so meditative, isn't it? Yeah, so she did one like this. She didn't talk through it. She did like a speed up of it, and it's really, really good. And so it's on her channel if you want. After this is up, I'll try and put a link to her Instagram and her channel in the description box below, but it's MsTracyTwo. Somebody can type it in the chat too for me. That would be great. So her and I are going to be doing that series. And if you guys are interested, you can, if you have any questions, you guys can DM me on Instagram and we can try and cover those questions or have them like prepared before we start the live streams. But the first one that we're going to be doing is just going to be kind of an overall view about how we came to veganism and our journey and our stories. And we're just going to be real open and, you know, it's just going to be a hangout talk session about it. So guys are interested in that more, that would be cool. All right, I'm almost done here. I feel like I think I'm gonna leave the robe real pure white, even though on the card there's a bit of like this like taupey color, but I want it to be really pure and stark white, and like this clarity, this like clean kind of look. But I'll do a little bit of the skin here, and then the wings, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna get it real intense, I think, for the wings. Okay, what are you guys saying still? I love watching people use their hands, which means I sometimes stare at people when they eat, and I love watching people paint. Is anything but boring. Good. Saying that I have a sorry about that, guys. I don't know if I stopped for a second or what the deal is, but I'm sure I'll come back. Just give me a second. I think it's MsTracyTwo. Close, Jessica. There's no R in Miss. Hangout. The hangout sounds really cool. Cool. Am I back? I know I lagged there for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go in here with some skin color. Ooh, I should have went in here and made this figure like African American skin toned. That would have been fun, but maybe next time. I just like to switch things up and make it crazy here. Be a little rebel. Oh, I know why my connection's bad. I can hear that my boyfriend's playing online video games now. That's okay. My dog's eating, my boyfriend's playing video games, you know. Real casual live stream, you guys. Real casual. So does anybody have questions? Because I'm kind of running out of things to say and I'm getting a little zoned in here. Do you guys want me to, can you ask me a question specifically and I'll try and go from there? I'm getting a little zoned out, like I said. So fun. What I really have enjoyed doing the 31 days of tarot. Like, I was aware of it last year, and I found a lot of channels through this, but I just was so new to this this channel I had made like in March, so I had a daily vlog channel and everything, but I was not posting on here. So I wasn't going to be making any of the videos, but I have had so much fun, and it's kind of sucks because I'm going back and like watching some of them as people comment on the videos from like a couple days before. I have to go to the video and it pops up with me talking so that I can answer the comment, and it's like, oh, there's so much I forgot to say in these videos. Okay, you guys are doing favorite brand of paint. For watercolor or for, I mean, I really just like Winsor Newton. Cause like I said, my main medium is oil painting, but I think I tend to go to Winsor Newton for most of my paints. Favorite artist. So you mean like artist, like fine art artist, or favorite artist? Honestly, Nicoletta Ciccoli or Ciccoli. I really can never say her last name properly, but you guys know I'm obsessed with that tarot deck, but I was a really big fan of that artwork style, and for a while. Jessica said, it's my first year doing 31 days of tarot. Jessica, I don't know if I've seen your channel or your videos. Are you doing, my channel is a baby channel. Okay, so DM me on Instagram or something so I can check out your videos. If I haven't already, I can't remember, I'm so sorry, but I would love to check out your videos. Fanny, do you have any tips on where I can purchase essential oils in good quality but not too expensive that maybe ships to Europe? Ooh, that's a lot. Well, I would say, I mean, Young Living and like doTERRA are like the big brands that people tend to like really know about. As far as shipping to Europe, I really wouldn't have much knowledge on that, and I'm sorry. But good quality person where you can get, I would say to try to find a rep, somebody that, you know, works for the company. And I have a friend that I just came in contact with. She found me on Instagram. She lives in my area and she's so sweet. And I really genuinely feel like we're soul sisters. And she is a Young Living rep and she really knows her stuff and she'd really be able to help you out. So if you can find me on Instagram, if you're not already following me, it's Cloud9 Studios, and DM me and I'll send you her contact, and maybe if she can't help you, she might be able to, you know, send you to somebody who can, for like a Europe shipping and getting you all your information and like a good pricing and everything. I hope that's helpful if you understand what I'm saying. And then, yes, are the new products and readings you're offering coming out right out at the beginning of February? I want a reading so bad, but holding out for your oil readings that you spoke about. Oh, you're so sweet. I would love to do a reading for you. Yes, I am trying to have that out in February. Again, we just moved, and I know that's like, I keep saying that, but so we moved in like the second and third week of November, and then we had my boyfriend's 40th birthday, and then we had Thanksgiving, and then we unpacked a little bit, and then we had Christmas and New Year. So I really haven't been able, and I'm still doing readings and videos, and I uploaded a vlog to my vlog channel every single day for December, and now I'm doing a video every single day on this channel for 31 days in this month. So I'm just a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm really trying to have it up for the 1st of February. Again, if you want to DM me so that I can remember to contact you specifically, or on Instagram or something, so I can keep you in the loop of when it goes up, I would love to do that. Or I might be able to do one for you before I even really put it up, you know what I mean, on the website. We can work something out. But I just want it to look professional. I'm still trying to work out the whole website thing, so bear with me. I'm really feeling like February it'll be up, whether it's in the beginning of February or the middle of February, that I do not know yet. I will DM you after the live. Thanks for your help. Oh no, thank you for having interest. I'm so, I don't know, I'm just really grateful that you guys are sitting through this and wanting to watch me, and you can't even, I'm looking at what you're looking at. You can barely see what I'm doing, and I'm almost ready to turn this around so you guys will have a better view of what I'm doing here. But just the fact that you even want to sit and like listen to me talk and not really even be able to see anything is actually really, really cool, you guys. All right, let's get deeper red in here now that we... I feel like you guys are commenting still. I'm trying to look. We moved a year ago now, and I'm still using it as a reason for not getting everything done I want. I feel like I can hear myself when I'm talking, and it's like, excuse. But like genuinely, we still have boxes everywhere. Like we just don't have any space for our clothes because we're just getting used to the like organizing everything, and genuinely feel like I haven't stopped for so long. So I feel like that's another way that this Temperance card is actually going to be playing out in my life, you know, is learning how to transition into balance and these opposing forces. Because if you guys have watched any of my videos before on my channel, if you're new here, welcome. But if not, you know that I am a Gemini, and I literally am nonstop all the time because I want to go and I want to do and I want to learn and I want to, you know, and I get the 4 of Swords a lot because I'm not resting and I'm not taking care of my body. And I get the 10 of Wands a lot because I take on so much and I don't know how to say no. And I feel like with wanting to create a business out of my home and wanting to be my own boss, I am going to really, in a spiritual, metaphysical field, it's going to be so important to find that balance of hustle and self-care. And everybody, I feel like, in this live stream can relate to that, whether you're in the tarot world or not, whether you view it as a business or whether you just like to do it for fun. You can understand, or even just in a general sense, finding that I keep getting the Sacred Creators card the Spark of Hustle, which is like this like light pink of like self-care. I see like a self-care color with it. I keep getting that card in reverse and it's pissing me off so bad because I'm like, I know I'm trying to take care of myself. Like that's what this is all about for me. So anyways, I see that also playing in a lot with this card. Okay, I'm going to use this okay, hold on. I'm getting ready to move in a month or so. Moves are so much work before and after. Yes, it is. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to turn on this super, super loud blower. So if you are using, it's only going to take like 2 seconds because it's high powered. But if you are using headphones, I suggest you turning your volume down for a second, just so I can dry this. It's going to be super, super loud. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, it wasn't that loud. I'm just worried about your little ears because I do a lot of watching of videos with headphones in. And I would appreciate if somebody else said that to me. Okay, Valcoria said 2016, 2017 was the year of moves for me. I ended up moving 5 times, and let me tell you, if you want to learn to live minimally, that will teach you the hard way. I feel you on that. I have so much crap. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm almost done, you guys. Bear with the noise. And then I'm going to flip this camera around and we're going to do some shaky pen work here. Okay, that's probably good. If the pen bleeds, it'll bleed, right? Let's just see what we got. That's a little too big. I want a real fine tipped marker here. That one's too big. This one's just right, huh? Is this right or is this dead? Okay. All right, so if you guys are interested in what pen I'm using, which I don't know why you would care, but maybe you care. It's an Artist Loft. It's a 03, and it's an illustration pen. Okay, Fanny said, in Sweden, we have a thing that says that you should not rush and get new things and fix before you lived in your home for a while. We call it Bo and Sig. Oh, that's interesting. I love it. In Sweden, we have a thing that says you should not rush and get new things and fix before you've lived in your home for a while. That makes sense because you like, I want to go out and do, and you know, it's a funny story. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off now so I can, it's going to be real shaky, but we're going to get real close. Bear with me, okay, guys? Told you this was going to be a real casual live stream. Okay, so can I flip this? Let's flip this. Hey. I'm flipping it. Okay, sorry. Okay, all right, so here's what I got going on. Let's see what we got. So now you can like properly see, right? I'm trying to hold it still. Yay, it's a little bit more. See, like, I'm going to go in with the lines and make the detail here, and I kept everything really kind of like blocked out. Let me see. All right, we're in this for 48 minutes, you guys. I'm going to try and do this part real quick. I know it's real shaky, but I am going to put you guys back in the tripod the opposite way. Bear with me. Super loud, I'm sure. You guys are looking at my kitchen and looking at the screen here. Back up my chair. Bear with me. All right. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? Is that better? I love it so far. Thanks. Okay. Let me work. I know this is like so unprofessional, but I've just never tried to do anything like this so far. I feel like that's the angle I should have had it at, but what are you gonna do? Because I couldn't see what I was doing if I had it like this. So, okay, that's a really good angle. Okay, great. Yeah, I feel like this whole time I probably should have had it like that, But I'm not going to shit on myself, and maybe we will do this again and I'll just know better, right? Okay, so anyways, that's what I got going on. It's beautiful. You are a real talent. Love it. Myself, I paint as a 5-year-old. Well, like I said, please don't beat yourself up. Also, this is not my main medium, and I haven't... Oh, bless you. Bless you, George. I haven't painted in a while because of all the events that we've had going on. And like I said, I went to school for this. So even though watercolor wasn't my main medium, art really was. So don't be so upset. And the more you practice, the better you get. So there's this thing that people like to say to artists. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I can't even draw a stick figure. And if you say that, I'm gonna preface that I hate when people say that. Because I feel like people think if they can't draw realistically that they're not artistic or that they can't create art. And there's so many different mediums that you could do, or ways in art sales. There's abstract, and there's so many different ways to draw or paint, and people just give up on themselves because they're not doing something and it's looking realistic. And that really bothers me. So just experiment with things, and if you're not good right away, then just keep practicing. I don't know, can you guys see what I'm doing, or is my hands in the way? Okay, I feel like you can see what I'm doing much better than you did before. Like the light was contrasting, and I feel really bad that I talked for like 45 minutes and you couldn't even see what I was doing, but what are you gonna do? I would love to like make this a series and just take time and like paint and do watercolor on every single card. But I feel like everything I do, I just want to turn into a series. And I don't know if anyone has any actual interest in it. I also went to school for art. And when I hear people say that they are not creative or artistic, it drives me insane. Yeah, I think that one saying, like, I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I couldn't even draw a stick figure. But like, you can just put some water down on paper and put some color around, and it's really freeing. Or color, you don't have to draw, just color and use your intuition on what colors should be where and how is that affecting you, what is it making you feel. That in itself is just art. It's about connecting with yourself. So yeah, I was like, so, when I saw this as a prompt, I was like, oh man, people are gonna freak out when they see this one. They're not gonna want to do this and all that. Fanny, me too, but I started drawing more due to... Okay, I can't do the comments right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to make his hair a little less noodly. Do you guys know that this is often referred to as Angel Michael? I don't really bring that up a lot in my readings, but I am aware of it. And I know that this right here, this little circle with the dot in it, that's the glyph for the sun. I do have that tattooed on my body, as well as a number of other astrological symbols that make up my inner planets of my natal chart. Maybe we can talk about that one day. I don't know if you guys have seen it in videos. I'm sure I've worn short sleeves at some point, but that was a decision I made without fully thinking about it. Not that I don't like my tattoo. I absolutely love my tattoo, but I guess I didn't really take into account all the questions that I was going to have to answer, mainly from older, snotty, older men. They see my tattoo and they're like, what's that? Is that like hieroglyphics or something? And then I can already tell by their tone that they're like not going to want to hear what it actually is. And so it's just kind of irritating. And I come up with some sort of like, oh, it says about my personality. And they'll be like, well, what does it say? It says that you're not going to like me. Something real snotty. I don't know. But yeah, it's been interesting having something so personal and metaphysical tattooed on the outside of your body like that for anybody to see and to ask questions. Because I've actually been walking and someone's been like, oh, you're a Gemini sun with a Virgo rising and your moon is in Taurus. Wow, interesting. And they'll start reading me and it's like, holy crap. So I get definitely both ends of the spectrum there, but hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to draw these lines here. Can you guys see what I'm doing better? I will keep trying. Maybe abstract art is more for me. I love to create stuff in Illustrator on computer. I'm gonna try and do this on an angle so where you can watch me and it's not like shadowing what I'm doing. Anyways, I saw the prompt for this and I was so freaking excited, but I really was like intimidated. I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want to do this and set it up in like a professional way. Like I said, I didn't really feel like editing it today and I wasn't sure what card I was gonna pick, and I knew that everybody else was probably gonna freak out about it, so I was really interested to see what people came up with. Some people copped out of it in general, which is fine. Some people went all out. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see, what is her channel name? I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Oh, it's Cape Cod Creatures. If you guys have not seen her response to this video, her VR, you have to go over and watch it. I don't even want to give too much away other than it is not serious. It will make you laugh. And it may or may not have to do with Bob Ross. And it is amazing. Yeah, so that's, you got to go over and check. So a little shout out to her and her VR to this, because I was hysterically laughing today at work when I turned on her video. If you guys haven't seen it, it's amazing to see the transformation when you're drawing the lines. Thanks. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see, but putting in the definition here and trying to make this face look cohesive without fudging it up while I'm talking. So if it turns out a little weird, it's because I'm talking. But that's okay. You guys will understand. I'm not selling this in prints or anything. So I don't even think I could, because it's not really technically my artwork, but all right. I'm gonna leave the wings. Maybe I'll just outline the wings and leave them like super liquidy and weird. That might be fun. All right, let me see. Cape Cod Creatures is amazing. Have you seen her video response to this? You guys, I'm telling you, you have to go watch it. It is freaking hilarious. She doesn't talk about the card at all, but it is so freaking, it's hilarious. Talk about thinking outside the box. Definitely loved it. Another thing is, if you guys watch any of my other videos, or again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a weird one to start off with, but it's all right. I do favorite videos, and I try and talk about like a YouTuber or maybe a show or something that I've been watching, and I do want to start doing like shout outs. So I think I'm going to mention 1 or 2 channels every month with maybe like 500 or less, or maybe like 700 or less subscribers that I feel like is really producing a lot of content and not being seen. Because when I first started, like when somebody would mention me or like do a tag that I put out, and I was just this little dinky channel, which I'm still not like huge or anything, but I do feel very proud of the fact that I have hit over 1,000 subscribers, because that's something I really was working so hard on. But still, just being able to open you guys up to maybe new channels that you don't know about, I think is really cool, because I would really like if other channels did that for me, or when they did do that for me, it just made everything so much nicer. So anyways, so I am actually curious right now. I know we don't have a ton of people. Let's see, the triangle over the heart on this card. How do you read that? Ooh, good question. Honestly, if it might not catch my attention in some readings, and in others it does. It really just kind of It kind of depends on the reading and how it comes up in the spread or energetically, I guess. That's kind of a cop-out, but I'm just saying, yes, love the shout-outs. To be honest with you, there's been a handful of readings where the triangle has come up. I can't even remember like where I went with it. Let's put it in there now. Let's go ahead and... Sorry if you guys can hear me heavy breathing because my face is so close to the camera to be able to like get it like in the frame right. I feel like you're just like hearing me breathe. But I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time doing these lines work and answering the questions. I'm really sorry. I'm almost done here. I'm gonna try and go a little faster. Not really care so much. Can you guys see this okay? Can you see what I'm doing all right? I feel like it's definitely way better than it was for the first 45 minutes of this. So, did any of you guys do responses to this? If so, what cards did you pick? If I haven't already commented and said I read it, or you can just say it again if you want, that's cool too. And why did you pick those cards? What about it is your favorite? Did you pick it because it'd be easier to draw, or what did you guys pick? Or if you didn't do it, if you were to do it, what would you pick? Like, what was your favorite card, or what card would you want to draw and why? Let me know. Or if you're watching this playback and you're still with this, wow, first of all, congrats to you. It's a hot mess, but let me know in the comments below if you did this, or if you were to do it, what card and why. Why? Because, I didn't, but if I did do this, I'd pick the 10 of Swords. Why? Because it's oddly my favorite card. Ooh, that's a good one. My favorite 10 of Swords that I've ever seen, I think, let me think, is going to be the Ostara Tarot. Have you seen that card where it's the whale jumping out of the water? And, bless you, my boyfriend's sneezing in the living room. Poor guy thinks he's getting sick. The whale jumping out of the water and the swords are all... Did you say wands or swords? I think you said swords. Sometimes I get like the triangle is a 3 and the rectangle is a 4, so sometimes I think of a man and a woman energies. Ooh, I love that, Fanny. That's a great response. Yes, I did the world as my card for this year's numerology-wise. I think I would probably reinterpret it my own way, though, like make something new for it. I thought about doing that too, but I just was a little overwhelmed with trying to create the video in general, so I was like, I'm just gonna pick a card and try and draw it. But I have all these really great ideas that I would love to make a deck at some point in my life. That's definitely on my bucket list, but I don't think that timing is right for me right now, and maybe just coming up with the ideas for it and keeping it in a journal or memory pegging it is kind of where I'm at in that process. But I would love to create my own deck. And I feel like creating your own deck gives you such an incredible connection to the cards that that's so irreplaceable. Like, I don't know. I am getting so zoned into this. I should not be live streaming at this point, and I'm sorry, guys. All right, it says, Jessica said, yes, I did the world as my card for the, oh, I already read that, sorry. Trying to keep up with you guys here. All right, we're getting to the end. I hate drawing feet. Do you guys hate drawing feet? I didn't do the toesies or anything like that because I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't, well, first of all, I didn't think that it was needed, but I just hate drawing feet. Yeah, I did my own interpretation, but in hindsight, not sure I'd do that again. Jessica, I'm gonna have to go check out your video. I'm sure that it is much better than you're making it out to seem. Like, I'm sure people are gonna get a ton out of you doing your own interpretation of a card. Whether you think that the drawing came out well or what, I bet you that the video is really insightful. All right, I'm really going through this quick now because I really feel like I'm losing some of you. And myself. I'm getting zoned in here. What are some things that you guys would like to see from me on my channel? Do you guys enjoy the live streams? I mean, you're here, so if you're still hanging on, I'm sure that you enjoy them. But as far as like topics or content or things that you'd like me to bring up, I know I mentioned that we're going to be doing this vegan series, but it's only going to be maybe one video a month, one live stream or video a month. And so if there's anything that you guys are specifically looking for me to bring up, let me know. And if there's any questions or anything, you can always DM me on Instagram at any time if you just want to talk. I love connecting with people. I made some really incredible friends this way. And don't be fearful to like reach out to me anytime. I mean that for real. I might not get back to you guys in a timely manner because there are a lot of people that reach out to me, and I don't mean to sound like I'm so important, but like it is a little overwhelming sometimes when I like wake up and my inbox or whatever is like, holy moly, I just got to worry about getting my ass up for work on time. So, but I definitely always want to connect with more people. So feel free anytime to hit me up. All right, I'm gonna take a second and read the comments here. It's okay not to talk sometimes. We're enjoying your painting skills. Okay, cool, that's awesome. Thanks for that. I wanna bring some of the details in here now because I didn't do much for the grass and the hillside over here. Chances are I'm gonna stop this live stream and I'm gonna wanna like go in and go back and do all the added details that I'm leaving out right now just to like, that I'm saving time here, but it's gonna leave, like, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm gonna look at all this and I'm gonna be like, there needs to be more shadow here and I left this out here and all this stuff. But for the sake of timing, I'm just kind of keeping it simple. Again, a lot of you are probably like, girl, that is not simple, but to me, I'm really downplaying this card and its beautiful line work. Like, this card is really, the whole Rider-Waite artwork style is very detailed, and the lines really make a lot to me in the movement. Like, you can see the difference in these like hills where this path is versus where these blades of grass are, and how the movement is different. Like, I see all of that when I'm looking at the card. Which is why that Shadowscapes Tarot tends to be a little bit overwhelming for me, even though it's gorgeous and it's like my preferred type of artwork and the look of the cards. But yeah, so I noticed all of that. I don't know, do you guys notice that kind of stuff, or do you just, because that's what would be really nice about sitting down and really trying to draw the cards, is you notice a lot more of the details that you probably didn't know were there. It makes sense. Why wouldn't that make sense, Sam? They're not dumb. They understand. You guys are still with me here. No one's saying anything, but I do think you're here, and I think you guys are just kind of hanging out. It says bad connection, but that's all right. I'll come back eventually. Okay. Yes, enjoying watching you. Good. It looks so good. I'm enjoying the color palette. I don't think that there's a kind of paper version of Rider-Waite-Smith. Rider-Waite-Smith, is there? I know they've made a few color variations. Oh, I'm not, well, thank you for enjoying it. I'm glad you are, because I feel like I'm zoning out and this is like a waste of my time now, so I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I don't quite understand your question, so I'm sorry. Maybe word it in another way, or maybe I'm just so zoned out that I'm not gonna understand it right now. I might actually just like do this on Instagram or something next time and literally not talk. Maybe just like put some music on the background and people can come in and out and check it out if they want, and if not, great. I don't know, you guys tell me what you want. When I did this poll on Instagram, it was like most of you did want to hang out and come and like see this as a live stream, but a lot of you too were like, no, just post a regular video. We don't need to hear you talk about nothing for an hour. So, same here. Yeah, I really wish I would have had this angle for you guys in the beginning, and I apologize, because I can see it in the camera and it is so much better. It's making me angry, like I'm gonna watch it after it processes and I'm gonna want to delete it and redo the whole thing. I would never, just because I don't have the energy. But I'll get really like perfectionisty about it. I already know, I already can tell. So how do you guys think, as an overall card, the Temperance can play out? Because I'm really interested to see what you guys think. How do you guys connect with the Temperance card? Do you connect with the Temperance card? And what do you, I mean, you don't have to predict like things for me. I'm not asking that, but more so like, how do you connect with this card? And if you were to receive this as your overall card for the year, how would you think that this would play out for you, kind of thing? That makes sense. I love the detail. Renee at Shine Your Light has great response to this prompt, and she shares about her practice of drawing all the cards as such a great way of noticing all the details. Yeah, definitely. Hey, sorry. It was probably not well worded. It's late here in the UK and I should probably sleep, but I wanted to see how it turns out. Oh, well, good. I'm almost done. Beautiful work. Very skilled. Juniper. I don't know who you are, but you have the name of one of my spirit guides. Your nails are gorgeous too. I love that shape. Thank you. It's like my favorite manicure I've ever gotten. I'm so obsessed with it. So thank you for noticing. Oh, I haven't done the water, one of the most important parts. Let's get in here. Interesting that I forgot that part. Is that a coincidence, or is that just because I'm doing this as a live stream? Probably just the live stream. I like almost want to leave the wings, but I think I'm just gonna outline it and put a little bit. I like your mix of videos with tarot and vlogs and food and other stuff. Would love to see more of your clothes and house interior and all of stuff going on in your life in the future. Maybe a Q&A. Oh my God, you're so sweet. That was like a very overwhelming comment because that was very, very nice. Yeah. I've honestly thought about like ditching my vlog channel, but doing, when I do vlogs, doing them once in a while and just posting them on my main channel. But I worked so hard on that vlog channel when I first started YouTube, and there's so many memories. Like, I wouldn't delete it. I would keep it all up there, because even before I started talking about tarot and metaphysical stuff, I was making vlogs. Like, you can go back a year and a half ago and watch a vlog of me, and I'm not even going to mention tarot, and I'm a totally different person. It's actually really embarrassing. Don't go do that. But I have a hard time letting that go and letting that go to rest. And I don't know if people would get irritated on my main channel if I just all of a sudden started posting like vlogs. They're gonna be like, hey, we don't really care. And I can be so casual with it on that other channel that it's really nice. I don't stress so much about it. I kind of just want to leave the wings like that. So I think I'm gonna do that. I like how loose it is. And I kind of like how loose the water is too. So yeah, should I just be done, you guys? I think I'm just gonna be done. I think that's really, what do you guys think? How'd I do for a live stream and, I don't know, an hour? I think it turned out all right, right? I really wish I would have had this angle for you guys earlier, but I'm starting to get really, really zoned out. So I think I'm gonna call it here. If you guys have any 10 out of 10 art, you're such, I am too impulsive, and this card to me represents slowing down, and I literally have a tattoo that says first thought, best thought. That's funny. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a year of like doing work, but being patient about the outcomes that I'm seeing as far as everything in my life goes. So I'm really glad that you guys all stopped by to kind of watch me get through this and to hang out really casual. This was so fun for me and very therapeutic. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more of this from me, I'd love to do it better again. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you all very, very much. And I hope that oh, great work. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful, magical day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Are you sure you're done live streaming?